our video. So, if we wanted to do the grandstand, who wants to come up and do the grandstand? Oh, just come up and put it on the. You guys have a piece of tissue? Oh, yeah, it's more stuff on that.
Oh, she has tissue.
Great, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Students are the best. Great. So, we have the grand staff, right? Remember that when you're writing the grand staff, you always add a line. And then you add a bridge. Right? This is the bridge. Yeah. Good. This is called a treble clef and a right. And this is also known as the very who said that? Very good. Say loud. G clef. Why? Why is it known as a G clef?
Because it looks like a she.
It looks like a G, yeah.
That's what it is.
It does look like a G, but that's not quite why. If you observe the dot and how it wraps around the G, right? It kind of wraps around the G. And also the dot is where the note G would sit on the staff. Right? And it's right here. It's like almost like a marker that shows you where the G, where to start. And then you have the F clef. F clef, the same thing. You have, because the F clef doesn't look like the F. It kind of looks almost like the G clef a little bit, right? But these pointers, these two things are to show you where the F sits. Like this sits right on the F line. This little ball right here, and these two highlighted. So that's one. Okay, are we clear? The G clef and the F clef. What are we missing besides the notes? What are we missing? Okay, she said B. You're right, a B, right? But we need something like we need a what signature? We need a say it louder. Very good. Key signature, right? And we're in the key of D minor, which has one flat, and she said it. She said B, right? So B flat. Okay? And where do we put that? We put it on the. Does anybody remember? We put it on the which line? The third line, the second line. So this is a great time to. Somebody, we all had homework, right? And our homework was about writing acronyms to help us remember the staff, right? The grand staff. And so we have some really great ones that are adorable great ones. I'm going to give them back. I'm going to grade them and give them back. Everyone pretty much had 100% because it's like, this is great. I collected it, huh?
You read it already?
No, can I read one from Miriam? Can I read yours, Miriam? Miriam wrote, cars drive everyone for gas, always bring cash. And this is for the alphabet C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. I thought that was really cool. My, can I share? Is it okay if I share? No? You guys
This is
just
right
work?
here.
Can I share with you? No, you don't need to share. It's really cool though. Well, when you get a chance to hand it in, because I wanna give it to, I wanna count it as extra credit for you guys. Jennifer wrote, cat, dog, eat food, get a bigger couch. Cat, dog, eat food, get a bigger couch. I think that is so sweet. That is so cool. So, you know, it's creativity, because the exercise that, the homework was to write down an acronym that could help you with remembering. So that's why we did it. So going back to the work, you need to figure out where D is. You know where D is, right? Because you know cat is right here. And it's the first note. Okay, and it has a line. But it doesn't fit on the first line. It fits on the ledger line below. Because any note that does not fit here, we have to create spaces for them. So that's why we write ledger lines to them, or we write a space above it or a space below to represent the space that we create, the extra space that we created, right? So now that we have C, D is where? Very good. Above it with the line, above it with the line above it, right? Great. Right here. Well, he's asking for us to create. He's asking for us to create. Oh gosh, it might sting. It might sting. Gosh. Guys, this sucks.
We're gonna go to another classroom and see if they have it. Wait, won't markers work?
Okay.
It usually comes off with hand
Okay.
Can you work with markers?
I think that might be better. I had a sharp one.
It looks like an exponent. I mean,
Oh wow. You're, I didn't even know that. That's amazing. Thank you so much. That come on? Uh-oh.
it comes out.
It does come out. But a little. Maybe I'll just use some of the hand sanitizer. There's some hand sanitizer. Just put the hand sanitizer. It's okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna just take a risk. Bring some hand sanitizer. I'll give it to you. That's up. Yes.
So the bottom of the line is long.
Wait,
Can you write
C.
long?
No, see, the reason, we'll get into that. Let's take it part by part. Let's just focus on this right now and then we'll move on to the next one, right? So let's just figure out the notes. So I'm gonna just put these right here. And remember I said to count every line and every space? That's a part of counting. You have to be able to count each line and each space. So this is a space, because we found space for it. Even though it could have fit on the staff, we put it right here where it belongs. And then C, well, we created another one for it. A is just gonna go on this line. We have a space for it. That's why we have the grad staff. The purpose of the grad staff is to make sure all of the notes are placed. Okay? So we have D. What's the next one? And E is on what line? First line. Did everybody get that? E is on the first line.
Yeah.
Okay? The first line is always E in the treble clef. Okay? Put that there. What's the next one? E after E is what? What note? F, and where's it on? toolbox. We're creating our own palette for us to design music, right? So you have F. What's the next one? After F is A,
G. Hold on. Oh, yeah, G.
G, right? What's the next one? Next one? What, you sure it's just B?
E sharp.
Remember we just said we were missing something? B flat, right? B
Yeah.
flat, right? We were missing a B flat. And we're just approaching it now. So it can't be B natural, it has to be,
B flat.
exactly, it has to be B flat. Flat, it's just like a little, I know this is a hashtag, right? And this one is a B, yes, a B. But it's kind of like a little, goes up a little bit. It's like an inverted B. Oh my God.
Yeah.
The B is this way, not really. Well, I mean, hey, you could do it this way too. People get it. People get it. We get it. It can only be one thing, right? It can be done. So we have B right here, but B flat. It's always good to know, be very specific with music, right? What's the next one?
E. Oh, no, C.
Very good. And the next one is?
Hold on.
D, right? We have consensus is D, right? Great. So now we just completed the whole D minor scale. And this is why we keep telling you, write it down, write it down, write it down. I don't know what to do now. This is what it is. But, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Now we have moved on to this, which is completely different. Nothing is the same on the treble clef is different from the bass clef. So let's just do it really quickly. Right? Where do we find? How do we find? Yes. How do we find D? We have to use.
I was gonna ask, like, what line is the sharp on?
What line is a sharp one? Sharps could be different lines. You see, we have the circle of fifths, right? And the first circle of fifths tell us where the sharps are. So I want you guys to observe that. Every time you get into a classroom, observe the circle of fifths. And below the circle of fifths, you have your key. So C has no sharps or flats. But as you see, as you go up, G, C, D, E, F, G, as you go up a fifth, you're adding in sharps. When you go up another fifth, you're adding in another sharp. When you go up another fifth, you're adding into pattern. You guys don't know that? You guys, do you know the circle of fifths? Yes or no?
No, I've never heard of it.
Okay. Well, that's something we have to work on. Moving along. Now we have the bass clef, or the, say it louder. Everyone say the F. Why do we know it's the F clef?
Because of where the G is written. The point.
Where the point is written, right?
Yeah.
Or the dot is written right here. And these 2 points encase it, they cover it, they tell us, oh, that's F. Pay attention, it's F, right? They encapsulate it, right? So let's start. There's something we need to know. There's a prerequisite. A prerequisite is something that we need to know in order for us to do the job, right? We need to know where C is at all times. C is the note that we need to know at all times, because C helps us find everything. If we can find C, we can find A, we can find B, we can find anything, right? So we have C right here. But where is it in the treble, in the bass clef? Where is it? Does anybody know where C is in the bass clef?
Wait, again?
Hmm?
Again, let me see.
Where is C? Where is the note C in the bass clef?
It's over the
On the third space. 1, 2, 3.
C?
Yeah.
Strong.
I'm not so sure it's on the third
The
space.
C is not on the line, but on the bottom.
Hold on.
I'm not so sure. I'll tell you. I'm going to tell you. But I'm going to also teach you how to find C. If you know C here, you can find C down here as well.
Same thing as the bottom.
right here, C. The next one is going to be going down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What is the next one going to be going down?
Um,
If you had to count backwards, C, E, F, G, A, B, C. I would count it down.
Backwards from C is B, right?
C, yes, it's B. So this is B, right here.
B, A,
B is right here. Then the next one is
A and A. Was it? It's not A and G, right?
A.
No, A and G.
A. The next one is
G.
good. Next one,
F.
very good.
E. D.
Uh-oh. You're back at C. C is the second space.
so what is it?
In the bass clef, C is the second space. Always remember that.
This,
Yes.
can you write down the letter, like, from the start?
Huh? Sorry.
Can you write down the letter, like, down, up and down?
Okay, great. So C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. Okay? Now we know what they are.
Yeah.
Okay? Always remember C is the second space in the treble clef.
Is B on there also a flat?
Yes, it is. The B is also flat. In the key of B, in the key of D minor, B flat will always be B flat until there's what? What does it need to be B natural? What does it need for a B flat to go back to B natural? What is it? What do we call that?
Wait again.
What do we call a certain symbol that makes a sharp or a flat go back to its natural position or its natural note? It starts with an A. An accidental. And it looks something like, you ever seen this in the keys? Almost like two L's on top of each other. L, upside down, down L. That's accidental. Everyone say accidental. An accidental turns a sharp into a natural, and it can turn a flat into a natural. It just makes it it turns it back into its natural form. That's what we call it an accidental. Yeah. Right? We know different things. Now we have a toolbox now. In the toolbox, we know accidentals, we know flats, we learn where this is. So now you guys understand how to build a D minor scale, right? You start with D and you work your way up the alphabet till you get to D again. Okay? Every scale is different. So we had to do A minor, which has, A minor is a fun key. A minor is an easy key. It's the easiest key to play in, right? It's just like C because, first of all, it's its relative minor, but A minor is just easy because it doesn't have any accidental. It has no flats, it just has no sharps. So it's easy to play with. You have nothing to worry about. I can't go on. If you wanted to build this, let's just say we want to build A, right? I'll put a little spot right here on the side. Let's start with A. Can we find where A is? Anybody want to try?
A.
To build A.
Build A.
To build the scale of A minor. Okay, maybe we'll do it tomorrow. Okay? You guys have enough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have enough, right? You have enough mental going on. So what are the new things we learned today? What are the new things we learned? Hmm? Accidental. So what does an accidental do?
It changes from D minor to D.
It does change with D minor. What does it really do? Yes.
Oh.
Yes, it changes a flat or a sharp back to its natural form. right? So it's B flat, it will become
B.
B natural. We say natural. And if it's A sharp, it will become A natural, right? So we're seeing how these things work, these flats. If you see it in your music and accidental, always remember, I have to go back to the original note, right? So, what else did we learn?
No placement.
No placement. Great. On the grand staff, right? What is the name? What is the name of this? What is the alternate name of the treble clef? What is the other? What is it also known as? AKA
G
G-clef.
G clef.
F
What is
clef.
the F clef? And why?
Because the da is where the F lays and where the G clef. The da is where the G clef.
Very good. You guys are on it. Happy. So that's our lesson. That's our theory lesson for today. And now we're going to move along. How many more? Okay, 5. We're going to sing our song. We're going to take the time to sing our song. So let's stand up and let's sing.
I sing and if I stop. I can't breathe.
All right. So I was teaching today, Mike. I was going over class. We were talking about how exercise energizes our body, right? And singing with energy. And how we use our body. We use our whole body to sing and perform. And the difference between an instrumentalist that's not a vocalist is that they use an outside instrument to play, perform. They use their fingers, they use their body, but we depend on our body. We depend on our body to be, we would depend on 2 things. What are the 2 things we depend on? Heart? Yes, very good. You always need the heart. And the lungs, yes. So we need those 2 organs to help us sing, right? And also the heart, if you want to use it as this, the heart helps us to keep tempo. Put your hand on your heart. Try to feel your tempo. And try to put it here. That's where the heart comes from, here. Try to find it, try to find it. I can't really find mine. Has anybody found theirs?
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of rhythm does it get? What kind of rhythm do you hear from it? A pulse, but how? Does it feel like that?
Oh,
What does it feel like? Okay, nice. So that's the tempo, because we get tempo from things like our heart. We get tempo from things like outside of us that help us to think of it. So yeah, but for now we're going to move along. We're going to be singing our song "Hey Ho." So I want you guys to be using your body. So I came up with a way for us to think of it. I want you guys to do like this. Stand for shoulder width apart. Shoulder width. Put the book bag under the bed. Under the chair. We're gonna go like this. Hey ho, nobody home. Me for a trick, no money have I none. Still I will be married. Hey ho, nobody home. Come on, Hassan,
I
you're
play
shaking.
basketball. I can't do this after basketball.
Okay.
Bye.
Class participation is a must. So let's try it. 1 and. Hey ho, nobody home. Me for a treat, no money have I none. Still I will be married. Hey ho, nobody home. Great. Now let's sing it. And we're gonna do it into 3 parts. Okay? I just use that to energize your body a little more. Get you up a little bit. Get you strong. Let's sing it together, and then girls first, second. We're just gonna do it in 2 parts for now. We're supposed to do it in 3 parts. I'll be the 3rd part. Okay? I'll be the 3rd part. So here we go. A and